Let's do a video today talking about helmets. Helmet is something a cyclist should always wear because when you crash, one of the first things you hit the ground with is your head, unfortunately. So, when a cyclist crashes, the first place they go is the hospital. The second is to a bike shop to fix their bikes. And I can say to you, a lot of cyclists come in with their helmets and show a cracked helmet, and all of them say, "This saved my life." So if you're gonna ride a bike, you gotta wear a helmet. Now, there is a $400 helmet like this one, the Elemento, Kask Elemento. It's a $400 helmet. And there is a $100 helmet like this Kask Synthesi. What's the big difference? And all helmet manufacturers, they have the entry level, even lower than $100, and their high-end helmets going all the way to $500. So what's the difference? Is it noticeable? Is it overkill? Why would I spend $400 on a helmet? So first thing is a $400 helmet protecting me more than a cheaper helmet? And the answer for that is absolutely not, because the main material used on the helmet is the EPS foam that is to absorb the shock when you are on a crash, protecting your brain. So every serious manufacturer will take it seriously, will test the helmet, and will use the best material possible. So if you do find something online on eBay or something like that, a helmet, a Kask helmet, for example, for very, very cheap, I would be aware, because there are a lot of fake helmets out there. So be aware, try to buy it if you're gonna buy it online for a real retailer or your local bike shop. But a serious manufacturer will always have the best material, and they're not gonna go cheap on that, because the primary reason of wearing a helmet is to be safe and protected in case you crash. But there are a few things that can be an extra thing, an extra protection in case of a crash. One of them is the side twist. So when you crash, you not only hit directly, but you twist your head. And like when you see a boxer, when a boxer hits another one on the chin, what knocks the boxer out is not just the impact of the punch, but it's the twist of the head that knocks the opponent. So this is also something the helmet and bike manufacturers will try to do, is to protect and have some of that side absorption. Kask uses the WG11. It's something already projected in the foam that in case you twist your head, it will absorb some of that twist. Other bike manufacturers use MIPS. Like Met, this is another helmet manufacturer that we carry. They use the technology MIPS. What's MIPS? MIPS stands for Multi-Protectional Impact Protection System. But MIPS is much easier to say. MIPS is another layer here underneath the helmet that when you crash and you spin your head, it absorbs some of that twist. So it helps you not get too bad of a concussion. Hopefully you never have to use it. But those are extra things, and usually those are on the higher end helmets will carry these systems. So why would I spend more on a helmet if it doesn't protect more, right? Well, a higher end helmet has higher material, high quality material, like the Elemento has some carbon layers, making it a very light helmet. But the two main things of a helmet is a helmet that helps you on your aerodynamic, and secondly, and I think it's the most important thing, is to keep your head cool. So a lot of R&D on the wind tunnel is put on a good helmet, where they can see the wind or how the air comes and flows from the front of the helmet and takes all of that hot air and blows it to the back, and no air is accumulating or you're creating some turbulence on the helmet. So it keeps you aero and keeps your head cool. And here in Florida, this is very important. Not that a cheap helmet will not ventilate. You see there's a lot of ventilation, a lot of openings on this helmet here, and for sure all the air is going to go through, but not a lot of R&D is put onto this helmet, you see that the channels here are simpler. There's not much put into R&D into this helmet compared to an Elemental or even a Proton. This is a very popular helmet, this one over here. This has a lot of ventilation. You can see when you look into the helmet of these channels, because what you want to is for the air to flow freely from the front to the back, keeping your head cool. So another thing that higher end helmets will have is more premium material like the clip, the straps. Also, the Elemental has here this 3D printed foam here that's pretty cool, that won't accumulate sweat and will not keep that sweat on the foam. It only has a little bit here on the front and on the side, but on the top of your head. But there is a 3D printed little foam here. So very, very nice. Also, a helmet that's very well designed will avoid hot spots. You know, some helmets that are not very well designed, they will be uncomfortable. And the worst thing to ride is with a helmet that's uncomfortable. So you're wearing a helmet for 3, 4 hours, 5 hours. It's got to be comfortable. You got to feel like you're not wearing anything. Some people hate wearing helmets. When I put mine on, I hardly feel it and I'm good with it. I have the Elemental and I have the Proton is my 2 favorite helmets. Another thing is also more adjustments. So a higher end helmet will have, for example, a up and down adjustment, a BOA on the back where you can tighten and loosen the helmet besides just the strap. The Synthesi, that's a more affordable helmet, is a great helmet actually. We use them on our rentals and everybody loves them, but it has a little bit more limitations on the adjustments. You do have, of course, you're gonna have your strap that you can adjust. You have on the back a adjustment to tighten or loosen the helmet. And you do have some sort of adjustment up and down, but it's a little bit more limited. So all of these mechanisms, the more things you add to a helmet will of course make a helmet more expensive. And lastly, you know, a helmet is something that is fashion. Cycling is a lot about fashion, and some people care about it, some people don't care at all. So at the end, you want to wear something that maybe is cool, that you feel good on it, and because you know, wearing a helmet, it is a bit weird. It is a weird, you're wearing a foam thing, round thing on your head. Try to wear it without wearing cycling clothes. You feel super weird. But, you know, you got to try it and see the one that fits good and you feel okay with the helmet. It fits comfortably. It's not tightening anything. You don't have any hot spots. There's helmets that are super cool that look great. There are other helmets that are a little bit more simple. But if you like it and it fits your pocket, at the end, what matters is you gotta wear a helmet. So if a $400 is too much and you don't even want to wear it because you spent too much money on it, for sure, don't buy a $400 helmet. Get the $100 helmet because you're going to be just fine. It has ventilation. It is a little bit more simpler. So maybe even then you're going to worry less about scratching it or having it dirty, riding on the rain. The important thing is to wear a helmet because that's a very important accessory that every cyclist has to have. Now, it is important to say that helmets, they don't last forever. Usually bike manufacturers recommend around 5 years for you to replace them because the foam with time can lose its consistency. And if you crash the helmet once and it has a crack, you should not wear it again. You need to replace it because after it cracks, it loses a lot of its protection and it's shocks absorbent. So it needs to, it's for a one-time use, and hopefully nobody has to use it and crash your helmet. But in case you do, and you do hit your head and it damages of any sort to the helmet, for sure, get a replacement. So guys, that's it for this video about helmets. And what do you think about this content? Should I do more about these videos comparing accessories, equipment? Let me know what you would like me to answer in the comments, and let me know, would you spend $400 or more in a helmet, or no way, you would get the cheapest one, and that's good. So that's it for today, guys. As always, I'll see you on our next ride experience. Ciao.